Mick. It's on. The light's on the other side, I think, Mick. It's tiny, the light. I can't hear it, mate.
Oh, it's just come on. Just come on. We're on. I'm on. Test.
I'm on as well.
Test.
Testing.
Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. We're here at Druids Park for Game 10 of the Vikings season. I'm joined today by a commentatory virgin. Welcome, first time, Oliver Robinson.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me, Mick. Looking forward to being here. Spent some time at the club and happy to come back and help out where I can.
Good. It's good to see you again, mate. So we missed a kickoff, I think. It looks like we've made about, we're on the 30. It's 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Quarterback Henry Bulmer had a good season, just needs to finish it off. We've got Misbah Islam starting running back. First down is a passing play, and that's caught by Ross Conley for a small gain. So there's an argument this is a nothing game for the Rams. Don't know what your view is on that, Ollie, but I don't think there's such a thing as a nothing game.
Well, any team with an opportunity to ruin another team's undefeated record is something that teams don't pass up. The Rams will be looking to put a blip on the Vikings record and send them into the playoffs with a less than perfect record.
Yeah, especially when you're local rivals. That's a misassigned play there. He went to hand it off to the running back who wasn't there, but he scrambled and made a first down, I think. So just for clarification, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is that straightforward Vikings win, easy peasy, 10-0, number one seed as long as they concede less than 29 points. A tie doesn't really do anything either way, and a loss could mean that Nottingham would get the number one seed. Inverness, if they won, could get the number two seed. So Vikings have a lot to play for.
Rams will be looking to correct some wrongs in the season after losing twice to Scunthorpe and falling to third in the division. They'll be looking in this last game of the year to end on a high, get a good result against a good team, and hopefully build on it next year.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected that. Oh, we have a local dispute here between one dog. The other one's not reacting. So back to the game. It's second down, 2nd and 10, at around halfway. This time Misbah takes the ball, gets stopped in the backfield. I don't know how much Vikings football you've seen this year, Ollie, but Misbah's come on leaps and bounds from what I've seen.
Staple in the past years has always been Johnny Mbui, but I believe Misbah's kind of broken through this year, taken on more of the workload, and it's been good to see. Long time coming. I know Misbah's worked very hard for a number of years, so it's good to see that he's finally able to convert to results on the field.
Absolutely. So third down, no gain. And this time he fakes the handoff. Just missed by the D lineman. That could have been embarrassing. First down.
Great run in there from Henry Bulmer. You'd have seen him this year playing for Newcastle Raiders. He plays the summer football up in Newcastle as well with the Vikings, and hopefully going on to try and win some silverware this year.
So 1st and 10, now in Rams territory. And that's Ross Conley again with a short reception. Tried to go inside, but stopped by... Can't see the number, Ollie, can you? Number 10. Which is Ida Goodarama. I'm glad I practiced that one. So 2nd and 9.
I will be, yeah. I was with Big Red Lakes to sort out.
What do you fancy here, Ollie? Running play? No. Fakes it again. Well, it's a sort of a running play, but
I don't think that was by design. However,
No.
It's good to see Bulmer extending plays when there's no available recipients for his football.
So 3rd and let's say 6. Lots of volume from the Rams defence. Always been a battle, this one. I think Henry's taking some time, not quite sure. Doing the sensible thing.
A stop here for the Rams would be huge. Vikings all year have been scoring quick and fast against many teams. A stop early on and then a resultant score with the weapons they have on offense could be vital for the Rams to be competitive in this fixture.
Always tricky when you're against a team with nothing to play. They're eliminated from the playoffs. Just thinking about next year.
Weird, isn't it? Weird how that works. I don't think that's ready. I don't think I can do it there like that.
So after the timeout, they see what surprises he's got up his sleeve here.
About 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. I expect a pass from Henry here. With Miz in the backfield, potentially an RPO situation.
And it is given to Misbah. He does make some yards, but he's gang tackled. Made a couple of yards, so interesting 4th down now. So we know that they're not going to kick it. That's fairly sure. Yeah. So are they going to go? Well, yeah, they've got to go for it. They can't really punt from here, can they? I suppose it's the play of risk and reward. It's early in the game. If they don't make it, they're only giving the ball back on the 25-yard line. It's got to be worth a punt, hasn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, couple of D linemen, a little bit keen there, shall we say?
Looks like the Vikings are able to draw a penalty there, taking them to a fresh set of downs if all goes well.
You'd almost think Henry played for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, almost.
Couldn't possibly comment.
The call is on the defense. Bryce Stevenson, head coach of the Vikings, accepts the penalty and goes forward to 1st down.
So from 4th and 5, it's now 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Again, it's Misbah Islam up the middle, makes a few, 3 maybe.
O-line did a good job on that. They were unlucky. A rogue D-lineman arm just managed to grab hold of Misbah's jersey there. Otherwise, acres of space there for Misbah to get through.
So the good news is we've had a final score from the King Power.
Yeah,
it's a 2-1 win for Leicester, which means the commentary team can now focus on what we're doing. Not have the mind elsewhere. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. This is going to be a pass. There is a flag. It's complete to Jack Mulholland. Short of the 1st down, but there is a flag on the play. So just while they assess this penalty, referees, as always, compliments of Barbara. British American Football's Referees Association. Let's hear the call first. And once again, it's offside on the defence. They're a little bit keen. It's not going to be a first down, I don't think. But it's going to make it a much easier second down play. So 2nd and 3. Great block there, allows Henry to make some room. And that looks like a first down.
Yeah, great old school cut block from Misbah there to secure the back edge for Bulmer to roll out.
So first, it's not quite first and goal, I don't think. It's 1st and 10 on around the 11 or 12 yard line. Can't quite see the markers from where we're stood. Not with these glasses anyway. There's some young eyes on that one, Ollie. So, goal scoring opportunity here. Been quite consistent all year.
Holland in motion.
It's Johnny's in the backfield this time.
Stuffed for little to no gain. Can't help but feel like the receivers have been a bit neglected so far this drive. I'd start looking to maybe shift the ball out into the corners. Big, tall Ross Conley maybe. See if they can take advantage of an untested so far secondary of the Rams.
Well, certainly he's a matchup with anybody, isn't he, Ross? I don't think there's many DBs or corners that would be able to square up to him, not from a physical point of view anyway. So 2nd and 10. We got Misbah back in the backfield.
2-on-2 football on the right side.
And that's Mulholland with the reception. There is a flag. So again, we wait for the officials to make the call. The referee today is Gordon Galloway, who we've seen many, many times down here. He's assisted today by Ali May, James Smith, and Jordan Filipovka. I hope I got that one right. And this one looks like it's against the Vikings. Didn't catch the call, Ollie. What was it?
I didn't catch it either, no.
Okay. It looks like a 10-yard. It's probably holding. It's a 10-yard call. So it's going to be 2nd and 20. It's a passing play, and it's Jack Mulholland. That's a touchdown. Great movement. Found himself wide open, and Bulmer finds him in the end zone. 6-0 Vikings.
A key tool in Jack Mulholland's toolbox there, finding space in the end zone. The 10-yard penalty, I liked him, gave him an extra bit of space to do a bit more in the passing game, and it shows there with that touchdown.
Yeah, we've seen that one a few times this year. He's a really, really tight set of hands. Don't remember seeing him drop a ball, although I don't want to put the curse on him.
Product of Sunderland University, I believe.
He was, yes. Yep. And as always, the Vikings going for the 2 points. And that's caught by number 80, Patrick Jenner. Makes the score Vikings 8, Rams 0. Okay, so quite a solid first drive there, Ollie.
Yeah, long drive. Good to see the Vikings are able to progress the ball up the field with a lot of run heavy football, chew the clock out, and then able to convert at the end for a score. More drives like that to see this game a pretty comfortable win.
Well, I think we're a bit early for that, mate, but
yeah, absolutely.
I take your point.
Rams now with their first opportunity to respond on offense.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of people before the game. You know, the Rams are here really with nothing to lose, nothing to play for, and sometimes that can be, you know, a motivation, and you play relaxed, and you know, you just enjoy yourself, and that's, I think, it's what the Vikings have got to be careful of, that they don't just fall into that. Oh, we're already through attitude, you know, and
yeah, absolutely. I'd be looking at Rams skill position players, their quarterbacks, their receivers, their running backs. They'll be looking to try things today that maybe they wouldn't in a tighter game. Maybe games that meant a bit more.
Yeah,
they're willing to, you know, take the risks and make moves that they wouldn't normally, and it could result in better plays for them.
Well, they've also got a certain number 23 who has been the scourge of Vikings in past games several times. And that's, I think, is why they're kicking it away from him. But he's there blocking now. And it's number 15. Taken by 26, Mikey Healy. Number 15 is Nathaniel Derrick. That's a new name to us. I'm not sure what his history is. But stopped short of the 20-yard line, so good special teams.
One to watch here is number 57 for the Rams. Spent some time with the Great Britain programme this year in their blue versus white game. It'd be an interesting matchup to see him on the right side of this line up against number 9 for the Vikings. I'd expect to see a lot of the runs going his way today.
I think I may have called that last one wrong. I think I called it as 26. I think it's actually 28. Connor Jobe, who's been nothing short of magnificent this season, which is his first full season, I think, with the Vikings.
I believe so. He was around last year, actually. I recall seeing him in Iceland.
That's right, he was.
So,
yes.
He's playing a strike position in this defense, which I think is a role used heavily by Bryce, the head coach, and he's performed very well.
And this time, quarterback Taylor Umland is pursued by Joel. For a loss, so it's going to be 3rd and about 20. So the Vikings defense stepping up. It's not the first time I've said that this season. And it's Tyler Broad with the ball. Makes a couple of yards up the middle. Tackled by number 58, Jonathan Olin, and number 2, your old mate,
Taylor Walton.
And that's going to be a 4th down, and it looks like Rams are going to punt.
Walton drops down into punt return position, prepared to cover any kicks that the Rams decide to send down to us.
So That's a very, very short punt. Not being touched at all by Vikings, just leaving it. Take over field position around the 40-yard line. So, interesting story about Joe Maduri. I don't know if you know anything about him, Ollie.
I believe he was a President's guy.
He was at the Presidents for 1 year, DC Presidents, but prior to that, he was actually a professional basketball player for Durham Wildcats. Yeah, I was having a chat with him on the bus the other week, and he revealed his past life, which doesn't surprise me when you look at his physical.
You can see the athleticism of the guy. He obviously causes problems for. I believe he plays interior D-line as well, so it causes problems for little centres and guards.
Okay, so 8-0. Vikings get the ball back in Rams territory. This time, no running back. And that's Ross Connolly with the reception, and he's made some yards. Gets the first down and a few more.
Quick screen pass there from the Vikings.
The yards after catch there were, what, 15, 20 yards?
Something about that. Just a big body of Ross Connolly's difficult man to bring down. Quick screen situation is bread and butter. Seen a lot of success from him on plays like that.
And I think we'll see a few more today. So first down even, on the 20-yard line in the red zone. This is where the quarterback earns his money. And we got Johnny Umbayi back in the backfield. Had a quiet season, Johnny, this year. And that's almost picked.
Yeah, ball thrown into a lot of traffic there by Bulmer. He's lucky that ball hit the floor there.
2 DBs, 1 receiver. All over right. Some are asking for pass interference there. What's your view on this? I think everyone's got a right to the ball, haven't they?
It was a quick in-cutting route with 2 DBs there and 1 receiver. It's difficult for there not to be contact there, but on a short, quick route like that, I don't see much argument for pass interference personally.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think it was fairly timid, wasn't it? So it looks like the sun might be coming out. First time this week. And I think there's must have had a timeout. Someone called a timeout. Didn't see that, but yeah.
Number 58 there, being told off about his knee pads, I believe. Not allowing us to get the game going. Should know in Division 1, you have to wear knee pads.
So, apologies for the plane noise. For anybody that doesn't know Druids Park, it is literally right next door to the airport. Not only is it next door to the airport, it's right near the one of the runways, so it gets a bit noisy from time to time. So 2nd and 10, and Henry scrambling again. He's got 3 after him this time. Very sensibly goes out of bounds. That'll be a loss on the play, but at least he's safe.
Yeah, it's about 3 defensive linemen in pursuit there. Don't know what happened on the offensive line, but it's not something you want to be seeing.
Wouldn't happen in your day, Ollie, would it?
Well, happened a lot in my day, but it was never my fault.
So that's going to be 3rd, and I'm not even going to count them. 10, 20, 35, say?
Yeah, it was about a 20-yard loss, I'd say.
Keeps it interesting. So they're actually behind where they were when they first got the ball on this drive. That's complete. Number 80, Patrick Jenner. It's a new recruit. Don't know a lot about him, I'm afraid. Do you know anything about him, Ollie?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, we can't be much help to you on that one. A bit more research is needed. We'll come back to you later.
Vikings likely looking to punt here. Oh, maybe not.
No. Well, we said no kicking game, but normal kicker Jacob Shotton is injured. Ross has done kicking and punting before.
Every chance this could be a fake here. Depending on how trusting Vikings are in their kicking team.
That's going to be short. And it's short to the one guy you don't want it to go to. The aforementioned number 23. And brought down by Lee Davison, I think.
Yeah, great cover and tackle there from Lee, preventing the touchdown.
It's not like it's the first thing he's done today, is it?
No, absolutely not.
So for those of you that don't know, Lee, number 85, is the current GM of the Vikings. Game day is an early start for him. He's here about 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, a lot of tireless hours I've seen from Lee put into the club, and it just goes to show I think the club's in a very good position thanks to the work of him and a lot of the backroom staff. It's always good to see.
So Rams get the ball on halfway. Seems to be a delay. So there we saw a little hint of the talent that is Tyler Broad. You know, just give him an inch, he takes a mile. It's the key to beating the Rams is keeping him quiet. And that's Joe Maduri stopping that one.
Yeah, he managed just to blow up his opposing offensive lineman to get right into the run lane of the running back. Plays like that, there's not much you can do apart from, as a running back, just to swallow the hit, take it, move on to the next one.
So the question is, Rams have an American QB on their roster. He played in the Scunny game. He's on the sideline. I saw him earlier.
Yeah.
Why isn't he starting?
Lots of reasons, I imagine. None privy to us. Great pass block there from Taylor Walton, covering number 7 of the Rams to take us into third down.
So Deontay Watson there, number 7. He was the guy that caught the pass in the first game at the Rams, the one-handed pass. Good receiver. I don't think he was bullied there. I think it was fair from Taylor, even with our biased eyes. So third down, still 9 and a bit to go. Tyler Broad makes 6 yards, I'm going to say, maybe slightly more. So interesting situation now, fourth down. What's your call, Coach?
Well, they've just had 2 successes. Bar the first play, sorry, they've had a good success there with Taylor Broad on a quick double option run. I think it's almost a Rams trademark at this point of this double triple option run scheme. I'd expect to see something like that again.
That's timeout Rams.
Interesting to see the scheme of football that Yorkshire are playing this year. I know they've lost a lot of their normal Carnegie players to other teams this year, many of which gone to Manchester Titans. So it's been interesting to see what they've done without that university support that Vikings rely so heavily on.
Vikings, you mean the Rams?
Well, no, the Vikings get a lot of university players in as well.
Yeah. I thought you meant Carnegie particularly.
No,
yeah. It's certainly the lifeblood for recruiting grounds, isn't it? For Britball, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, fourth down. So you're calling a run play, are you?
Run play, most likely. It's only 3 yards.
Okay.
Try your best to get it into the hands of Tyler Broad, I'd imagine.
Yeah, in the first game, the quarterback, I think he only passed 4 or 5 times and was picked off twice. So I think you're probably right. It is a run pass, not to Tyler Broad. It's number 84. Daniel Wise, but I think he's short.
End of quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. So, summary there. What's your thoughts, Ollie? Anything surprise you, or is it pretty much as you thought?
Pretty much as expected, I think. Vikings came out playing same football they've played all year, and same again from the Rams. This run heavy, dual option offense with then the option to pass for an explosive play is what the Rams have been playing all year.
It looks like Rams have kept the ball, so it is a first down. The score here should make it interesting. So it's 1st and 10 in Vikings territory on the 30-yard line. Oh, and there's a passing play come in, and it's complete to number 87, which is Spencer Wybrow, long-serving Rams player.
About a 5-yard gain there, taking it to 2nd and 5. Good place to be for the Rams.
I think that quarterback heard me, Ollie. I think that's what he's doing. He's giving me a... Watch this. They seem to be in a more open offense, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Recalling to last year, the Rams' offense was almost purely run.
So 3rd and I'm going to say 2. And stopped by Connor Joyce from behind. I don't know how that happened. Not only in the backfield, but he's following him. So again, 4th down play, decision time for the Rams.
Ball carrier there was number 59, Eden Fahy, who spent some time with the Vikings a number of years ago whilst he was at Northumberland University.
Yeah, I think he originally played running back, didn't he? And that's a free play offside. I think that's number 95, Joe Maduri. He knows it as well. So Rams getting a free play there, and it looks like they've completed for a first down. Just wait for the referees to confirm that.
Good heads-up play there from number 13 to see the jump. Decided to take the risk on the pass. It's paid off from them there with what is likely going to be a first down.
Yep, as we thought. So this is going to make it interesting. It's going to be first and 10 at about the 13, 14, 13, I'm going to say. Unlucky for some, lucky for others. And again, it's a passing play. Eden Fahy with a carry. It looks like it's fumbled.
Looks like in the melee there, the ball's been stripped by number 22, Matthew Knox. An academy product for the Vikings. And it's great to see him making plays there on defense for the adult team.
That is a really, really important play.
Well, what they've done there is they've essentially managed to take the momentum away from the Rams just as they were
take
starting
the score
to make
away,
it.
haven't they? Yeah. Once again, good defense. So Vikings take the ball over inside their own red zone. A lot of territory to make up. A lot of real estate to get to that end zone.
It's imperative that the O-line play their best right now, backed up towards their own end zone within the 15-yard line. Can't have another 3 defensive lineman situation like we saw at the end of last drive.
That's Ross Conley. He's stepped out of bounds, I think. But small reception, made about 8.
Quick, short passes in this field position is your bread and butter, really. Keeps the ball out of the quarterback's hands and means that your offensive line doesn't have to do as much to keep them protected.
Second and 1. Johnny Mbaye gets the ball and he looks like he's just about made it. Stumbling over. No indication yet. Might be short. Yeah, looks like he's short. Third and less than a yard.
Johnny Bowie in the backfield again. Any guesses on the play?
They've got to do the same play, surely,
Absolutely,
haven't they?
absolutely.
No. That's called by 8 again. Bruce Jenner's brother, Patrick. You wouldn't know who Bruce Jenner was, would you?
I think I know them now as Caitlin.
That's the one,
Yes.
yeah. Originally an Olympic athlete. Male. Discus. Was it discus or high jump? I can't remember now. Anyway, back to the game. First and 10. A little bit more room now. So you were saying earlier about passing plays in the O-line. How much of a, give us the inside scoop here, Ollie. How often is the play called the play that actually works? And how often is it changed?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Well, so the OC calls the play. The line know what the play should be. And is that is that what happens, or do things get changed?
Well, a lot of the times on any offensive line, you've got what you would call a duck or a black sheep who, 4 guys can be up training every week, and there's always a 5th guy who never quite makes it.
No names, no pack drill here.
No, absolutely not. Especially considering it's been me for many, many years.
Yeah. Let's just see what this flag is. Okay, Vikings are going backwards again.
A well-drilled, well-disciplined offensive line can elevate a football team massively, but an ill-disciplined one that doesn't quite follow the playbook or perhaps draws penalties like that, it's a real easy way to bring your team down.
So it's first and I'm going to say 20. Maybe slightly less. That's like a passing play. That is wide open. Ross Conley, wide open, slowing down as he gets towards the end zone.
There's no launcher on the field.
Pass. What a pass that was.
Great eyes from Bulmer there to see that wide open amongst the mess that was in front of him with the offensive line. To connect almost in stride perfectly with Ross Conley for the touchdown.
I can't remember ever seeing somebody so wide open in brick ball. Oh, Bryce isn't happy about something.
I believe he's been unhappy with the coverages provided to him by the Rams today. So chose a cover 3 beater almost, as we just saw there.
So again, we're going for a point after, which is not what they've been doing all year. They must have had time for practicing these. So again, it's going to be Ross Conley with a kick. It looked okay from here. Just wait for the referees. Yep, that's good. So that makes the score 15-0.
Great explosive play there to get the touchdown off the back of the defense's work to rip that ball out.
That one play has just completely changed the game, hasn't it? So, it was only a few minutes ago we were down this end of the field. Rams had a chance to level it up, and all of a sudden, they're 2 scores down.
Just shows two explosive plays, one from Matt Knox, number 22, and then there, Bill McLincoln with Ross Conley can flip the field from a touchdown in the Rams' favour all the way up to the touchdown in the Vikings' favour.
So, Vikings special teams to kick off again. Again, we've got the usual suspects back to return. And surprise, surprise, it goes not to Tyler Broad, although it then does go to Tyler Broad. And he's going more across field than down. Flag on the play.
Yeah, Rams there utilising a very popular reverse option on a field goal there. Appears to be some issue with some between some
again, I've had this conversation in commentary before, Ollie. I'd like your view on it. Is on that play where you've got 2 receivers and one gets the ball and hands it off to the other, surely there is a risk of fumble.
Well,
is it worth that?
However, I've seen many teams have been utilising it recently. I know the Great Britain programme used it in the game yesterday against France.
Right, okay.
What it allows teams to do is essentially, say you wanted to kick the football off to the left.
Yeah.
Regardless of where the ball gets kicked, you can still return it up the same lane.
That looks like it's... Sorry to interrupt you there. Looks like a face mask is given against Vikings. Okay, sorry, mate, you were saying.
Essentially just allows that, regardless of where the ball's kicked, with that reverse option, it means that you can return the ball regardless of where it's been
risk
kicked.
versus reward, really, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as you rep that hand off well and you've got 2, reliable, dependable guys that aren't going to mess it up, it's a great way of just meaning that regardless of where the ball's kicked, you can return it how you want to.
Okay, so Rams starting again in their own territory. It's handed off. to one of the running backs, number 84. Nathaniel Wise. Gain of about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Second and about 5 for the Rams now.
Again, it's handed off. Nathaniel Wise again. It looks like somebody might be hurt here. No, he's getting up. He's getting up. He's fine. Very well disciplined of you, Oliver, there, not to respond.
Well, I'm a popular man. Got a job to do.
For those of you that can't see what's going on, one of the Vikings players was winding him up. So he very professionally bite. Shown a bit of maturity.
For once.
For once. I'm glad you didn't say that. I didn't say that, sorry. Yeah, here we go. So, 3rd and short.
To QB sneak up the middle.
Looks like they've got it. Yep.
Play like that caught the Vikings off guard. I don't think people were quite ready. And the Rams were able to sneak it over for a yard and a bit more against a Vikings D-line, which normally wouldn't allow that to happen.
So, at halfway, 1st and 10. Rams starting to move the ball. And that's number 17. Still going. I'm going to have a go at this one. Trisham Priyar Saka. Did you go with that?
I'd like to remain ambivalent.
Okay. Use big words like ambivalent. I don't know what that means. The result of that is still that it's 2nd down. 5 to go, maybe 4.
Good job there by number 17 to beat the edge and make their way around Vikings defensive linemen, forcing cornerbacks to make the tackle.
I think he's short still. It's going to be 3rd down. And it looks like they might just have made that one. Little quarterback sneak.
That's twice this drive. 3rd and 1. They've been able to sneak it for the extra 1 yard.
Very difficult to stop that very short yardage thing, isn't it? Because it's all about the timing and getting enough bodies there.
Only real way you could do it is load on the line with 5 men, but it's a difficult risk to take when, in this field position, a pass is still very possible. You wouldn't want to be committing too many men inside the box.
Okay, so another 1st down for the Rams. This one's complete to Tyler Broad for about a 6-yard gain. And medic required. Is anybody down, Ollie?
I believe it was the Rams sideline.
Oh, okay.
It's requesting a medic.
Right.
Not too sure why, but hopefully the player's okay.
So just while we've got that little break, you've been playing some Prem ball then, Ollie?
I have, yes, been spending my season with Manchester this year. Learning a lot with a lot of great players and coaches on that staff this year. Shown by the game yesterday with a lot of the Titans staff on the Great Britain squad.
Yeah.
Good to see.
Good. And this time it's Deontay Watson with the first down. So again, the Rams making good progress. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. And Tyler Broad with the ball. He's through the first line of defense, but stopped by number 26. And 90. So 26 is Mikey Healy, and number 90, Cameron Campbell. Again, he's another new recruit. I think he's just come in the transfer window.
Appears to be from York University, one would guess from the helmet.
I think he is, yes. So would you have played against him, Ollie?
I won't this year. We will have down at Sheffield Sabres, as we've just got relegated.
Oh dear. Okay. That one's a little bit wide. Intended receiver was Deontay Watson. Third down. Oh, he's give PI. It's number 32.
Ben Jefferson. Another academy product there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. I'd like to see that again, but looked okay to me, but who knows? Referees have called it. It's going to be a first down. So, Rams making good progress, as they did on the previous drive.
3rd and 4 here. Box is moving.
Oh, hang on.
3rd and goal. 1st and goal.
It's got to be 1st and goal, yeah.
That penalty is progressed the Rams up.
Pass incomplete. Quarterback being chased by number 90.
I'd expect the Vikings to bring a lot of pressure here, given that we haven't seen much from the Rams passing game today and quite a bit from the run game. I expect it to be loading the box. Outside linebackers looking to keep contained.
Well, we've got to remember the relevance of Vikings conceding points here. At the moment, if they win this game and don't concede, they will be the number 1 ranked team in the NFC. If they concede, don't quote me on the numbers, I think it's 29 or 30. Then even if they win the game, Nottingham would become the number 1 ranked team. So again, it was Nathaniel Wise with the ball. There is a flag on the play.
Thrown in the backfield, so one can't help but feel it's a holding, perhaps.
Good call, Ollie. You make a referee one day.
Absolutely not.
So Vikings getting some of the yards back from the PI call. It's going to be 2nd and 20, 21, I'm going to say.
Second and goal with about 20 yards to the end zone. Rams aren't allowed to get the play off by the referees.
Okay, so 2-minute warning is called. Is it my imagination or has that gone quite quickly?
I believe it's gone quite quickly. Credit to the
It's not even an hour yet.
Credit to the run heavy stance from both teams. I mean, both Vikings and Rams have managed to put together long run heavy drives over these first 2 quarters, which has chewed a lot of the clock.
You do realise if you don't do the full 3 hours, you don't get paid as much.
Wait, you're getting paid?
Yeah, same as you. Oh, QB scrambling. He's got 2 or 3 on him. So a lot going on there.
Scrambling QB, who's then eventually closed down by about 4 defensive linemen. I think there's a call from some Rams players for a flag for something potentially late.
Can't see any flag. Oh, someone's just dropped a flag. Yeah, referee just put a flag. There's something going on.
A throw across the field, which is then bobbled. Can't help but feel like there's a good opportunity for an interception there from the Vikings. And Rams have been lucky to get away with just an incompletion.
So, penalty was against the Vikings. Did you see what it was, Ollie?
Half distance, so it could have been a pass interference. Looks like a half distance penalty. So,
okay, so we're just getting the. So it's a first down. Yeah, so it's 1st and goal.
just inside the 10, or exactly on the 10 almost.
So clock's going to come into play also. And a lot of finger pointing there, but there is a flag thrown. Somebody moved. Just wait and see who it is. This time it's against Yorkshire.
False start on one of the Rams players. Takes them back to about the 20-yard line. Still first down. With not a lot of time left on the clock, I should say.
That was Alex Morel on the tackle. Pulls him up short, but it's still second down. Clock is running. Doesn't seem to be any urgency, Ollie.
No, if I was the Rams here, I mean, I'd be looking to get at least set as quick as possible. However, providing the ball goes out of bounds or there's a referee stoppage, the clock does stop.
Yeah, true. Okay. So, second down. That one is incomplete. Went through the air like a bullet. Nobody really close to it on either side.
Yeah, it looked like potentially a miscommunication between his ex-receiver on the left side as the ball was zipped quite far away from where he was.
That was PI. That was PI. Yeah, he touched the player before the ball went up. That was a good call.
Pass interference there doesn't make a huge lot of difference to the Vikings. About 6 yards. 6 yards gained. However, it does give the Rams a new set of downs. 4 more opportunities to score in.
Oh, he's waved it off. Never.
Oh, never mind.
Wow. So why have they wiped that one then?
Well, they can waive off the penalty. However, the play did result in an interception from what I saw. So there's no way that this can be waived off and then it still be Rams football. So if the play is being waived off, then it's going to be Vikings ball. Caught within the end zone, so it'll be a touchdown, a touchback on the 20, I believe.
You called it, Ollie. Vikings ball. So, again, we've had a really long drive from the Rams, getting to the red zone, and it's turned over.
It's got to be difficult for the Rams there, putting together two, in football terms, good long drives that chew a lot of clock. You're running, you're making 3-4 yards of play. On paper, it's a great way to play football. And they've just been unlucky as they've gotten into the red zone twice now and lost the ball.
It must be quite disheartening when you're on the field and that happens, particularly if you're on the defense.
Yes, absolutely. Two what you would call, freak plays as well. Matthew Knox rips the ball out of the running back's hands, and then a ball tipped in the air and intercepted. It's unlucky for the Rams, but it's just what's required to be a bit safer with the football in the red zone.
Okay, so can't be long left. Must be seconds. Vikings ball. What are they going to do here? They're just going to run out the clock.
I wouldn't expect them to be taking many long shots here, unless something's perfectly on. But they're in a tight formation. Looks like almost a victory formation. I'll expect them to perhaps kneel it out.
So no 80-yard passing play then?
No.
Yep, Henry just kneeling. Looks like the end of the half. Not a lot of activity going on. Yep, that's the end of the quarter. Score is Newcastle Vikings 15, Yorkshire Rams 0. We're going to go away for some refreshments. We'll be back soon for the second half. Thanks for watching.
Come on.
Okay, so I think we're back for the second half. Suitably refreshed, Ollie?
Yeah, suitably.
Okay, so just a reminder, score is Vikings 15, Rams 0. The objective of the game for the Vikings is to win and concede less than 29 points. That will give them the number one ranking for the NFC. And that will mean a couple of weeks off. And then they would play the winners of... 1 second while I refer to my notes.
Chester and
the winners
Highland?
of Chester and Inverness. And then would be at home also in the semi-final. Probably against the number 2 seed, Nottingham. So, a lot to play for. Still important. This 0 stays on the board. There's a couple of opportunities for the Rams where it came into question, Ollie, but both times it ended with a turnover.
Yeah, the Rams will be looking in the second half to capitalise on the mistakes that they suffered with before. I do see an American-looking quarterback on the sideline warming up his arm. Number 85.
Yep, that's the guy I was talking about earlier.
So perhaps we see him in action in the second half. See if he can do anything for the Rams. Or maybe they'll still come out with number 13.
Be interested to see why that is. But we may never know. So, I think we're about ready to go. Referees are just getting the chain crew in position. Rams to receive. And there's a touchback.
Yeah, over the head of number 15. Be safe.
So it's going to be Rams taking over the ball from the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Number 85 is in the backfield by the looks of it for the Rams, so changing quarterback into the second half. Or is it 35? I can't tell.
So we don't know a lot about this. We don't know a lot about this guy. We did see him play, or I saw him play in the Scunthorpe game. Didn't pull up any trees, but he looked okay.
He's in a Carnegie helmet, and he plays quarterback. So one could potentially think it's perhaps Matt Mariota. I'm not too sure.
It's not Mariota.
It's not Mariota.
No, I can definitely consider. His name is Ash Brooks.
Ash Brooks.
But that's all I can tell you.
He appears to have a good arm on him. Haven't yet seen it in the game, but warming up on the sideline, he looked to have some zip behind his passes.
That's Eden again with the carry. Played running back for a number of years at Northumbria. Then went to D-line, and it looks like he's back in his original position. Third and 5. Incomplete. So, fourth down, they're in their own territory. Got a punt here, surely.
Yeah, I'd expect a punt from the Rams here. First time of the game where it's been a really, real clear punt opportunity, I think, for the Rams. But I can't see them doing anything here. They've still got a good 5 yards to make.
It's a risky, isn't it?
Rams have got 10 on the field. Number 15 comes off the sideline to make up numbers.
So the punter is number 41, Jack Bridges, and that's a very, very poor punt. It's a dribbler, and no one's touching that. Vikings will get the ball at the 32-yard line. So, first play of the second half, Rams do nothing. Advantage Vikings. So, an opportunity to kill the game here, do you think, Ollie?
Well, a quick, confident score now does kind of quash any Rams opportunities. Rams hopes to come into the second half and turn the tables. They'll have had a second half talk and they've made adjustments and be looking to compete better in this half. A quick Vikings touchdown would squash that.
It's Misbah, stopped after about a yard. Now the sun's got in. There's quite a bit of wind coming to play now, which may affect the passing game. Certainly won't affect the running game. 2nd and 9. And we got whistles. And something wrong with Misbah's helmet. It's a job for the general manager, one of many. And again, it's more. Oh, great play there, number 15 for the Rams.
That pass there looked bang on the money to hit Jack Mulholland in stride. Number
Nathaniel
15,
Derrick.
Nathaniel Derrick with a dive and bat down to prevent the catch, which looked like a definite touchdown as well.
I thought that was in. I thought he got that. He was, 5 yards past?
That's twice now that the Rams have been beaten over the top there. They might want to look about maybe holding safeties off a little bit deeper. Things the defensive coordinator needs to think about.
And this time Mulholland picks it up across the middle. It's a first down and more. He is so fast when he gets going, isn't he? It's really, with him being so slight as well, it's difficult to stop him.
Yeah, he's a perfect body type and athleticism for that slot position. A lot of quick in breaking routes or across the middle. And he does a lot with the ball in his hands as well.
And there's Misbah straight up the middle this time for about 5 or 6. So Vikings making good progress again. It's 2nd and 2.
Vikings looking to move with some relative speed in order to maintain this momentum. Put the defense on a back foot and kind of hope to get a bit of a roll on.
This time it's caught short, number 89. James Corner will be enough for a first down.
It's good to see getting into the rhythm of a lot of quick short passes, keeping a chain going. helps build confidence in the quarterback and helps progress the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10. A lot of pointing, no referees' whistles, no flags. Misbah goes straight up the middle.
I think they were calling for a false start on the left tackle for Vikings. However,
Well, I think that's a schoolboy lesson there, Ollie. Play to the whistle. First and 10, this time from the 20-yard line. And Henry scrambling.
pick up of about 7 there with his feet.
It always gives me palpitations when I see him run. I don't know why.
He does scramble a lot. However,
He does.
I've never seen him take a lot of big hits, so maybe he's quite good at keeping himself safe. And
We got a flag for something.
ducking out the sideline when
Holding.
he needs to.
Okay, that one's coming back. So the yards gained have just come back. It's going to be 1st and 20. The wind is becoming quite significant, quite slowly. It's noticeable now. So back to the game, 1st and 20. So small gain there to Jack Mulholland. Still 1st and 15.
Now 2nd and 15.
Second, just test him. Seeing if you're paying attention, Ollie, and I'm glad to say you are. Another flag. Not sure what that one's for. You see anything there, Ollie?
I didn't see anything for the flag. So it looks like the Vikings are going back again, perhaps.
Okay, holding for the offense.
Number 58, Jonathan Alton. Likely down to inexperience, perhaps. He's a defensive lineman who's playing both ways today to help the team out.
Okay, so I think our penalty is declined, making 3rd down. And 12, I'm going to say, maybe 13. High snap this time, but Henry catches it. And again, it's Ross Conley.
Great job there with what was Vikings' backs up against the wall. 3rd and 15 situation after two painful penalties. It's good to finally get past that and get into a first and goal situation.
So again, be interested in your comments, Holly. We've seen Henry for a number of years now in both Vikings colours and Raiders. And I think he's developing into a really, really good player. His decision-making particularly, I think, has got better since his early days. I don't know, what your views are on that.
Yeah, well, it's been good to see him since he's been in a starting role. Since he's been playing in a starting role, he's definitely been developing.
So is it confidence then, do you think?
I think it's just, it comes with reps, it comes with time. I remember when he was just coming out and he was a backup for a year, I believe. And at the time, from then to now, he's definitely developed a whole lot, confidence-wise, just how he carries himself and also how he plays the game.
Yeah.
You can see he's also, put on a bit of size. He's a lot more athletic player than he was back then. And he has definitely developed a lot over the last few years, and I think it just comes with the amount of reps and time he's got here and at the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, he's been back to back for 6 or 7 years now.
It's difficult at the quarterback position, especially years past with competition from incoming quarterbacks.
I didn't see that. Was that?
That was looked like about a 3-yard line. I can't quite see from here. But a quick pass completion. With competition from American quarterbacks from Durham a few years, it's been good to see that he's been able to keep the confidence and beat out and keep his job in situations over recent years.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting last year. They had an American quarterback on the roster, and he was actually playing backup and safety behind Henry.
Well, a familiar face at quarterback only helps a team. If it's only a marginal gain at quarterback talent. Oh, and that's a touchdown for the Vikings.
I think that was number 80. I saw a 0. Can't quite see it from where we are. Yep, number 80. That's Patrick Jenner, the one we know nothing about.
Or it may be Scott Patton.
Number 80.
As I might have learned at halftime. In the wrong number.
Oh, okay. Right. That might be why. So do you know anything about Scott Patton?
I don't know.
No, so we're no better off. It's an unknown individual playing in the number 80 shirt. So PAT was good. Making the score Vikings 22, Rams 0. So Ross Conley to kick off. It's a line drive straight out of bounds. That one ain't coming back no way.
Ever since we saw the Rams playing that kickoff reverse play, I think they've instead opted just to go for the touchback as opposed to even risk Tyler Broad getting the football.
Yeah, it's a sensible decision, isn't it? Given who you've got. with kickoff return.
Every time Broad's touched the football, it's been a big gain, and on kickoff reps, it's got that opportunity to be a huge play if you have one electric player with the football. So yeah, definitely the wise decision to go for the touchback.
So short gain. Short loss, I'll take it back. So 2nd and 11. Rams really need to do something now. It's this game's going away from them slowly but surely.
Expect to see 85 open his arm up a little bit. We haven't seen too many pass attempts. I'd be looking at a mid-range pass here.
Here we go. A chance to fulfill your wish. That's caught. That's a great pass. Great catch.
That's a great job there from number 85.
Deontay Watson with the reception.
It's a great
Again,
job
that
there.
Takes me back to my original question. If you've got a guy who can chuck it like that, why isn't he on the field to start with?
It's a question that's got to be asked of the Rams coaching staff. Perhaps it's a disciplinary issue, a time issue, a playbook issue. There's so many reasons why you wouldn't start a guy. And sometimes when the back's against the wall, the best guys have to play.
Okay, so 1st and 10 out midfield. And this time, incomplete. Intended receiver was number 17.
The ball almost bounced off him there.
Trispio Saka.
Appears like he wasn't looking for the ball.
So it's difficult to hear these refs. They're not mic'd up. So I heard 5-yard penalty. I didn't hear the rest. So it's 1st and 5 for the Rams. Another passing play. Dodges the D lineman. Now he's away.
85 shows you can not only pass, but you can also run there. Adding another crease and another thing that the Vikings have to worry about.
1st down. That's caught by Tyler Broad. Another 1st down.
Great catch there in traffic. Difficult to see whether you come down with it or not, but the referees have given it.
So again, we're in the position where we've got the Rams banging on the door.
Twice now Yorkshire have been in this position and Vikings have come over. If the Rams want to stay in this game, then they've got to get some points on the board this drive.
I think there's one group of people that will be wishing the Rams score anyway, and that'll be the entire Nottingham Caesars team.
Yeah, Nottingham have managed to collect a very strong roster this year. Part and thanks to the departure of Jason Scott at Tamworth Phoenix. A lot of his players have gone to Nottingham and helped develop the season to a very, very competitive football team. But I'll be looking to play well deep into the playoffs and hopefully meet the Vikings.
Well, the way it's standing, it would mean Nottingham would have to come here in the semi-finals. So, let's not talk too soon. There's still plenty of time in this game. And we know they've failed twice so far when they've got to this stage. So let's see what happens now. It's a 5-yard gain.
The quarterback run is definitely a lot more dangerous now with 85 in. They had some success in quick quarterback sneaks now, but in a short yardage situation, I'm sure they can rely on 85 to do a wide run as well, if needed.
Flag on the play. Quarterback pushed out of bounds by Connor Jobe. Not sure which way this foul's going. It was as the ball was snapped. Right, never heard a word, but from my knowledge of referee signals, that was holding on the Vikings. First down to the Rams. I stand to be corrected. So, first and goal. Timeout called.
Rams are about 7 yards between them and the end zone right now. Bryce has some adjustments to make on the defense. I would expect the message to be very much keep contained on number 85. Twice this drive we've seen him break out of the pocket and run for a big gain. There's no reason why I wouldn't do it for a touchdown.
So, first and goal. It's caught. Think it's short. Give it. Yep, that's given us a completion. So it's going to be second and about 2.
Get out! You need this!
Vikings with a lot of men pressure on the line of scrimmage. Expecting the QB sneak, which we saw. However, the referees have called their whistles just before the snap could get off.
They went too quick. Offside Rams.
As expected, this Rams QB sneak has given them a lot of joy today. Thankfully now, this penalty of about 5 yards has pushed them out of QB sneak range.
That was a hit I felt up here.
Great hit there from number 58, Jonathan Alton. Hear it from the stands.
So third down. Still, I'm going to say 4 yards to go from here. Big play coming up. This time it's a passing play, and it's knocked down by that same man again, Jonathan Alton. Could he have caught that one?
I don't trust Jonathan Alton's hands, to be honest.
So, fourth down. So here we go. We've already had 2 drives from the Rams that have gone into the Vikings red zone and been turned over. New quarterback. Further in the game. Sun's coming out again. See whether they have a change of look.
Heavy left formation with Eden Fye in the backfield. And it's a run right.
And again, he stopped. Connor Joyce was there. That man, Jonathan Alton, mainly. So once again, it's a turnover, this time on downs. Vikings defense looks good. What is it they say? Offense wins games.
Defense wins
championships.
Great job from the defense there. Keep the Rams out with. I mean, there was a reset of downs. Could be about 8 plays there. It's kept them out within the 10-yard line. It's a great job from the defense and a great way to make a statement and keep the Rams score on 0.
Defense, color red.
You'd think the Rams, I beg your pardon, you'd think the Vikings defense had a reason to not want them to score, wouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe just.
So in his own end zone, quarterback Henry Bulmer will try and move the ball, get a bit of room at least, and it's Johnny with a good yardage. Might just have got a first down.
It's a great run there. Give the offense a bit of breathing room, get them out of their own end zone.
It's a low snap, but Johnny picks it up. This time, mass tackled by the defense for the Rams. loss on the play. It's going to be second and about 12. Great catch. What a catch. Jack Mulholland there. Wow, I don't know what to say.
Well, initial thought there was that Henry had lofted the ball a little bit too high.
Yeah.
However, it came down just in the spot where only Jack could get it, an overshoulder the catch. A difficult catch which Jack's managed to make, and then to make it even better, he's put on some fancy footwork down the sideline to get some extra yards off the catch.
So that's the end of the third quarter. So we go into the fourth quarter. 22 to the Vikings. Still 0 to the Rams. Is it too early to say that the game's safe?
Yeah, and another score or two, hit the mercy rule, and then Vikings can start thinking about 10-0 celebrations. 22 points. If a team gets too complacent, I've seen that happen before, but I know this Rams squad, although they've been bested today so far, they definitely have quality and experience in their roster, which I'm sure some players in this team have come back from scores like this before.
Okay, fourth quarter, 1st and 10, 25-yard line, Vikings. And that's complete to Ross Conley. First down.
A bit of laundry on the field, see what the referee's call is.
Oh, yeah, I didn't spot that. Well done, Ollie.
It's around the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's against Yorkshire. Probably be declined.
Rams defensive lineman there drawing the penalty, giving the Vikings an extra 10 yards on top of Ross Conley's 10 or 11 yard game.
This time Johnny stopped on the line of scrimmage. Number 99, Stephen Ford. I bet he tackles like a truck.
Vikings playing around with their cadence by the sounds of it quite a lot, which is potentially where a lot of these false starts and their draw and D-lineman play penalties are coming from.
Again, complete to number 80. Must have stepped out of bounds. But it looks like it's enough for a first down. There was some debate about whether number 80 was Patrick Jenner or not. We're going to stick with it.
Yeah, I'll stick with Patrick Jenner then. At least the paper's wrong, not us.
Until we have information to the contrary, the roster must remain sacrosanct. So, at halfway now, Vikings. Another high snap. And Johnny's tackled in the backfield. This time it's number 90, Alex Irvin. It's going to be 2nd and 12. So we've got a different running back in. We've got Joe Dorr in the backfield.
Of Sheffield Sabres fame.
Oh, that's picked. That's picked.
It looks like the Rams are going to take this in for a
He's
touchdown.
got the quarterback after him. And that's a defensive touchdown. Number 30,
catch from number 31.
Number 31, I'm going to have a go at this one. Yigiktan Ertu.
I reckon that's perfect.
Which sounds Turkish to me.
I wouldn't want to say.
That's just woke somebody up in Nottingham.
Great job there to catch the ball. It was initially a bat down, which he'd managed to bobble and recover, and then great job returning, outrunning Henry Bulmer and the runner back down the sideline for the touchdown. Vikings will wish they had that ball back.
So Rams going for 2. And it's a quarterback keeper. He's good.
That takes the Rams to 8.
So that makes it interesting for a little bit longer. It's Vikings 22, Rams 8. I think we might have done the commentator's curse there,
Yeah,
Ollie.
perhaps. I was trying my best not to, but...
No, I've got to take responsibility. I think it was me. Inferring the game was over after 3 quarters. But we know it's not.
Vikings should look now to have a nice, long, put-together drive ending in a touchdown in order to really dampen any spirits of the Rams right now. The team right now on the sidelines and on the field will be G'd up and ready and hopeful to make a comeback in this fourth quarter. So the Vikings will need to dampen those hopes early on with a quick, explosive play and some more points on the board.
Oh, it's an onside kick, but picked up by the Vikings.
Danny Venton there on the first line of field goal managed to collect the ball in and prevent it from falling into the hands of a Ram.
So it didn't pay off that one, but worth a try.
It's the sort of thing you've got to expect from the Rams there, though. They need the ball back. They need to score a lot of points in a short amount of time. Onside kicks and script kicks like that to waste a bit of time is what you'll be seeing a lot of.
So Vikings back at midfield, 1st and 10. And Bulmer passing again, and this time it's caught by Ross Conley. He's up the sideline and still going.
There is flag on the field. It looks like it's coming back based on the tone of the referee's whistle. It's a shame there. That play is exactly what Bulmer and the Vikings offense needed as a response to the pick six just thrown. We'll see what the referee's call is. Great hit from Ross Conley there in contact, beating 2 defensive players, hitting them to the floor and able to break through the tackles for the touchdown there. Albeit not standing, a great show of what he can do with the football.
Okay, so we continue with the excitement. It's going to be 1st and 20. It's another passing play. Ross Conley again. Still up. He's made back to the original line of scrimmage. We seem to be trying to prove a point here. This time it's Joe Dorr with the ball. Flag on the play. Don't get excited.
Looks like it's on the Vikings again by the body language from the offensive lineman. We'll wait and see what the referee's call is.
So what's the call there, Ollie? It's against the Vikings. I think we
Against
agree
the
with
Vikings as the conversations with the Rams sideline. So referee's on his way over to let us know.
There's a lot of holding calls now. Is it your boys on the O-line? Are they,
Well, I
have they
believe
not been
it.
listening?
I believe number 58, Jonathan Alton, playing left tackle. I think that's the second one today. He's a defensive lineman, outside linebacker player normally, helping out on the offensive line today. So, maybe it's not quite his fault, as he doesn't train as an offensive lineman week in, week out.
Okay.
Still.
So you're standing up for your boys?
Well, you've got to understand sometimes in the British level of football, sometimes guys play out of position. And holding is something which is understandable for someone who doesn't play a lot of offensive line, I imagine.
Okay. So what's your excuse?
Well, I was always training at quarterback, obviously.
Okay, so the result of that, 2nd down, 20 to go. It looks like another passing play. Ross Conley again. Gets around the DB, but he finally gets dragged down. Still short of a 1st down, but it's about 8 yards to go now.
Number 28 on the Rams defense is not having a good time against Ross Conley today, especially in the last drive.
Timeout called.
4 or 5 receptions there for Ross in the last, set of plays. Seems to be doing a lot with what he's got.
Okay, so I've got this breaking play. Let's sort of go through the playoffs that we know about. So starting in the Prem, Ollie, we'll talk about your team. The Titans are through already. With home field advantage all the way through.
Secured the North, I believe.
Yeah.
Just got the game against Tamworth next weekend.
As I understand it, Tamworth are coming to the Titans.
Yes, they are.
And they currently are in 2nd place, but Edinburgh have head-to-head.
Yes, I believe so. The difference being, I believe Tamworth are on a bit of form at the minute.
Right.
And I think
so any result that Tamworth get would put them through, but realistically, it's probably going to be Edinburgh.
Realistically, yes, perhaps, but never count down the Phoenix with some experienced guys that they've got.
Okay, let's move back to the game. 3rd down. You got Henry scrambling, but not enough for a 1st down. He's a few yards short. Gets out to the safety of the out of bounds. Starting to get a little trickle bit of rain.
That takes us to 4th down, and Vikings are looking to punt or kick. We'll see.
That's too far to kick, surely. Nearly at halfway.
Well, we saw Ross Conley come out for a kick around the same point in the first half, but it does look like a punt.
So we'll try and get a time check for you. But we are 4th quarter. It's 22-8. We think there's around 11 minutes left, so still plenty of time. That is unofficial, by the way. So Rams are 25-yard line. Offense still yet to score.
Number 85 tripped up a little bit on his drop back there, which perhaps prevented him from getting quite as much oomph on the football that he wanted to there, resulting in it falling a bit short of his receiver.
So 2nd down. This time it's pitched and stopped. That man again, Jonathan Olden. He may be holding on the O-line, but he's certainly doing well on the D-line.
Whatever yards he loses to the offense, he gains to the defense.
Hell, that sounds fair.
Today.
Iron Man football. It's going to be 3rd and 9. That one's quite a way away, although the receiver appeared to be open. He was missed, so that's going to be 4th down. So again, decision time for the Rams. Probably going to have to punt, I would think. No, you think, Ollie, from there?
Yeah,
risky leaving it where it is.
However, the Rams do have some components on offense, which we know can easily gain the 8 yards needed to get the 1st down here. Vikings should be playing a little bit carefully here. Don't let up a big play.
No, they're going for it. Going for it. That's caught. That's Tyler Broad. Caught the ball, but landed. No, they've given it. Looked like he landed out of bounds, but they have given it as a complete pass.
Just as I say, Rams still have the pieces to do damage to this Vikings defense. Tyler Broad there, showing what he can do. Vikings need to be looking for the turnovers that they were gaining in the first half. None in the second half so far.
This time a reverse with Tyler Broad again. This time for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Quarterback audibles at the line.
This time your quarterback, Ash Brooks, runs out of bounds, makes about 1 yard. Going to be 3rd down and 3. And it's Tyler Broad this time again. He's still going. He's still going. What an athlete.
Vikings now getting pressured by the Rams on their own end zone. A score here for the Rams would bring it within one score of each other.
So a score here is going to create panic in 2 different ways. 1, they may lose the game, the Vikings.
Yes.
2, the number of points required, i.e. 29, gets considerably closer.
Something the Vikings need to think about. However, they still need to play with the confidence that they had going into the second half.
They just seem a bit edgy now, don't they?
Yeah, they seem a little bit on edge, seem a little bit worried about making a mistake. Guys aren't playing as freely as they were earlier on in the game. I think 1 or 2 lucky plays, well, not lucky, 1 or 2 big gains from the Rams in the passing game have made the Vikings a little bit worried, and they're starting to respect the pass a bit more. As such, opens the run, and the run's been getting some success as well. What you need now is leaders on the Vikings defense. They're big fellas, and they're skillful secondary to start stepping up, making plays, getting a turnover, and setting things right.
Okay, so let's get back to the playoffs. Actually, we'll leave that a little while because we're coming back. Yeah. Not sure the delay is here, but we seem to be okay. So it's 1st and goal for the Rams. That's caught. No, not caught.
Great athletic play from Tyler Broad there, but it looks like he couldn't get his feet down in the end zone for the touchdown.
He is human.
We all make mistakes.
It wasn't a mistake, was it? But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Rams now 2nd and goal. They're pressured in the corner with Tyler Broad once already. See what they're doing in the next down. They've now motioned Tyler Broad out onto the right side of the field.
That's pretty much the same play, except they went to the left instead of the right then. Not quite with it, the QB on that one. It's going to be third down.
A few of these throws from the quarterback have been particularly low or like a bit too quick towards the knees, and it's difficult for the receivers to recover footballs like that sometimes.
Same play towards Tyler Broad. This time it's knocked down by Connor Jobe. Been outstanding this year for the Vikings defence. We can edit that comment out later because no doubt he'll listen to it. Quote it back to me several times.
It's a great play from Connor there. He's had a lot of good play stuff in the run, and then a great play there, batting down a football in the flat, preventing number 23 from getting that football for a touchdown.
So this is it, fourth down. It's that same play again. And again, Tyler Broad is unable to gather it in, so Vikings will take over on downs.
Yeah, another great defensive stop from the Vikings in the end zone there. A combination of Connor Jobe and Ben Jefferson on that last play there, breaking the pass up.
So we'll try and get another time check if we can. The young fit one of us will run to the referees and see how long we've got left. There's mainly passing plays on that last drive, so probably still a bit of time. And it's Johnny Umbayi. Looks like 6 or 7 from here. He's second down. Yeah, probably 8. So we believe there's about 6 minutes, so still a little bit of time. And again, it's Johnny Umbayi who seemed to have fumbled, but Vikings saying he was down. See what the refs call. So we got a conference here to see whether he was down or not.
It appeared like Johnny was tackled, fell, landed on his back, and somehow the ball's come out. Whether it was the fall on the floor that spilled the ball out or before he hit the floor is what the referees are currently discussing.
Well, the Rams coaches are convinced that he wasn't down and it's a fumble.
Well, a turnover here for the Rams would be a great opportunity to try and right the wrongs of their last drive and get some points on the football, get some points on the board.
And it's not a fumble. So Rams defensive coordinator Adam Cowley asking for some clarification on that call.
Now that he's got the clarification he looked for, we can continue playing.
I mean, what people have got to appreciate, it's difficult with no instant replay, no VAR. You've got to do it on what you saw, what you thought first time, what your gut feeling tells you.
A play like that, the centre judge couldn't even see, so it was all down to the line judge, who was a good, 15, 20 yards from the place. Even he hasn't got the perfect sight. Some plays you just have to go with the call on the field.
I mean, my view on referees' calls is over a season, you win some, you lose some. You've got to accept that, if they give it as they see it, that's all they can do. And if you saw it different, who's right? Who's wrong? Whose opinion counts?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it looks like Vikings might be starting to just wind down the clock now, which is very wise. They need to just get out of this game, get it done, have the 3 weeks off before the playoffs, and then come out fighting. Oh, it's wide open now. Henry is wide open. Great running by the quarterback.
It appears that Bullman's down.
And it looks like he might. Oh, Jesus, he might be hurt.
Perhaps he's just winded. He took a pretty big hit to his midriff area. There is a Rams player still on the floor, near the 10-yard line, just off the sideline.
But the run itself from Henry was, reactive, very, very speedy. He went like a rabbit.
Did a good job to stay tight on the sideline as well.
Yep. And didn't bottle it when he was approached by a defender.
He does seem to be walking with a bit of a limp right now.
Yeah, that is a concern. But he's a tough Scouse lad. Just a flesh wound.
With this break, I suppose we can talk about some more playoff pictures.
Okay, so the Prem South seems to be, it's all decided. It's Warriors and Aztecs, but it's the seeding, isn't it?
It's the seeding. So
who's your money on?
The Aztecs, the Warriors, and the Blitz have all split games beside.
No, the Blitz are out.
Blitz are out now.
Yeah.
Aztecs are an interesting team this year. They were my favourites at the start of the year.
Really? At the start of the year?
At the start of the year, yes. I knew they'd brought in some pieces. They brought in some good offensive linemen. And they've also got a lot of good ex-SGS Pride guys and University of West England Bullets players.
But they beat the Warriors quite big, didn't they? 38-14. I mean, was that a one-off, do you think? Or
I believe Warriors had some quarterback issues that game. I've heard lots of rumours, nothing for definite. However, any result against the Warriors is a huge result, and the Aztecs would be the team to do it at the start of the year for me. But it's all decided on August 13th when the Warriors host the Aztecs.
So who's your money on that?
Decides.
You got to call it.
Well, I have some
sticking with your original one.
Friends at the Aztecs and no friends at the Warriors, so I'll be going with the Aztecs.
I think the amazing thing about that call is you've got friends.
Yeah. I suppose that's true.
So you're going with the Aztecs?
I think the Aztecs, they've got some boys on their offensive line, and I know they've got some.
So that would mean Aztecs receivers. Play Edinburgh or Tamworth, and Titans would play Warriors.
Warriors, yes.
That would make an interesting.
That would be very interesting,
set, wouldn't it? So, who ultimately would you put your money on out of those 4/5 teams that have got a chance?
Well, I think definitely the Manchester Titans.
There's a surprise. I've not seen any of the teams play live, so it's very difficult to see. But like you, based on what you hear, Bristol do seem to have a little bit extra this year. But I'm actually coming to the Manchester Tamworth game next week, so I'll be able to get some real experience.
Should be a great game.
Yeah, it's. Okay, so that's the Prem sorted. So let me get my notes. So Div 1 North, we've already talked about extensively. So of the 6 teams that are through, we know who they are. Newcastle, Nottingham, Inverness, Glasgow, Scunny and Chester. Who's your money on there to come through? Do you see anybody getting past the ranked 1 and 2
teams? I think it'll be Vikings and Nottingham. One thing I will say is I do feel like the NFC South has perhaps been a lot more competitive than the Vikings division this year. A lot more teams with split results and some.
Well, it's difficult when you don't play games to.
Yeah, well, Vikings have lost out this year with the folding of Holton, and then lost a game and a half against Darlington.
Yeah.
Whereas the NFC South has been quite competitive. I know the Sheffield Giants achieved a 100-point turnaround against Chester recently. They lost by about 70 and then won by about 20.
So what's the real story there then, Ollie? Do you know? Because that is a huge turnaround.
Well, I know
what happened.
Chester were at home. It was a big game for them, a big event.
But 100 points,
game.
That doesn't turn 100 points around, does it?
Giants had a few missing pieces, but then I believe the return fixture was at Sheffield in the rain, and a good friend Ollie Monaghan was offensive coordinating, and they passed the ball twice.
Okay.
So I believe the Giants just basically ran the ball over the Romans for that one game.
So good coaching then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And Giants have a good offensive line unit there, and they were able to run the ball successfully against the Romans in a wet game where the pass wasn't really on anyway.
Okay.
And they've managed to then force Chester into the position where they now have to travel up to Highland in the playoffs.
Someone mentioned that the Chester head coach is away or
yeah,
back?
So Levi, I believe his name was at the start of the year, was with the team, but after about game 4 or game 5, he's took up a new role in Canada,
right,
as an assistant football coach, and he's also I think he's a academic at the school as well.
Okay,
so he's left the team.
So that must have had some effect.
Well, it was expected at the start of the year. It wasn't a mystery to anyone. However, they've now had to find a head coach within their staff to finish the year.
Okay, so let's get back to the game. It's 1st and 10, Vikings in the red zone. The Rams' injured player is on the sideline being treated. The Vikings' injured player was Henry Boomer. He seems to be back up and in the game.
Second and about 11 here. Not far from the goal line. Referees have called nothing.
That's a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
So they're just going to kill this, or are they going to get an extra score?
I can't see the Vikings passing up an opportunity for an extra score. Putting up a more lopsided score for the rest of the division to see. However, people across the division will be looking at this score today and thinking that the Rams have done a good job.
So clock still running. Third down.
Appears the Rams have no interest or ability to stop the game with a timeout right now. But it is third down. Vikings do need 9 to get the first down.
That's Mulholland again. Same play as the first one. Touchdown, Vikings. Again, I think Henry's limping.
Great touchdown there from Jack Mulholland again to find the same little spot just by the left upright. Sit in the pocket to get the ball.
So 28-8, 2-point conversion still to come.
You'll be sliding. Do the penny.
Delay of game there called on the offense. Perhaps taking a little bit too long to get themselves set with a playoff.
So changing a lot of personnel here. So does that mean we're going to kick now? Yeah, it does.
I believe so, yeah. Perhaps it was a deliberate delay of game taken there to give Ross a better angle for the kick.
That's good. So with that extra point, that takes the score Newcastle Vikings 29, Yorkshire Rams 8. We know the 2-minute warning is gone, so there can't be long left.
I'd expect the Vikings here to kick the football over the heads of all the Rams. Go for the touchback, and one defensive stop stops this game.
I've just heard somebody say that it's 1 minute and 1 second is left. So
A kick here and a set of downs, a 3 and out, well, 4 and out it'll be, seals the game for the Vikings. However, we know the Rams can do some things with the football. We'll be looking to make a splash.
Right, Ollie, seeing as it's your first chance on the commentary team, we'll give you the honour of picking the MVP.
Oh,
but before you do that, you need to consider several things. 2 passing touchdowns for Mulholland. Huge touchdown for Ross. Plus the one that didn't count. Oh, that looks real. We got it. Vikings got it.
Vikings have got the football.
Covered by number 35.
Well, perhaps this is an opportunity for Jack Mulholland or
Bradley
Ross
Jackson
Conley to make their name for MVP today.
So who's it going to be?
Well, Ross has done a lot of things with the football today. Jack's turned up in the end zone. I think Connor Drobe on defense has done a lot to help his team out. A few key stops. Jonathan Alton, although he hasn't helped the team on offense, he's helped it a lot on defense. I suppose we'll have to wait and see who shows off in this last drive.
Okay.
My call right now would be on Ross Conley.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think it would be Ross or Jack Mulholland, but I think I'd just give it to Ross because he's been kicking and punting as well.
Exactly. He's been helping the team out in the third phase as well. Vikings now don't think they have quite enough on the clock in order to chew it out. What was left, did you say?
It was 101.
Okay, so
We started it.
then.
Joe Dorr, but he's not going anywhere. Rams D-line still up for it. That's a small loss looking at this. Just a few inches. I think the Vikings just chewing the clock here, taking every second they can. Yep, that's it.
I believe that's it.
That's it. That's the game. No, we've still not. Yeah, this we have. So that's it. Vikings win.
It's 10-0 on the season now, I believe.
Yep, 10-0.
Undefeated into the playoffs with the number 1 seed confirmed.
Only 27 points conceded in, well, I could say 10 games. It's not 10 games. They've played 7 games, 6.5. Yeah, you're quite right. So let's just put that into context. 3 games cancelled, 2 against Holton Spartans, 1 against Darlington Steam. And the half game was Steam as well. So still, you can only beat what's in front of you or not in front of you.
Exactly.
10-0.
It'll be interesting to see this Vikings team, which has been not tested too hardly so far in their own division. See how they perform in the playoffs against some probably more weathered teams. In the NFC South.
It's always difficult, isn't it, when you've got different divisions? You don't know the strength of them, and when the playoffs start.
And that Highland Stags team is making a lot of waves, getting a lot of good results.
Okay, with that, we'll say thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the playoffs. Thank you for your help, Ollie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No bother. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bash.